All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Waharakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elder bishops, and the elders of the great millstone. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out here toiling in his truth. And to the few Akwathium, the sisters that listen and learn in silence. To all of you, I say Shalom. I'm the brother Pathakamath, GMS Dallas, just coming back at you with a really quick lambback lesson. And I want to lamb back really quick off this lesson that you see on the screen entitled Vision/Dream Warning for You Women, man. You know what I'm saying? Which this is the brothers from Saints of Jersey. And the brother that's doing the lesson, he said his Ak had a dream. And the dream was basically about women, females. He saw a lot of homeless females, man, women, you know, and which at the end of the day, you know, is the work of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is not happy with these women, man. He's not happy with what you're doing. He's not happy with your mentality, how you're moving, the things you're doing. You know what I'm saying? He's not happy about these things, man. You know, and the Lord is making moves, man. You know. And this particular video reminded me of which he did this video, I think, a day ago. And it reminded me of a recent situation with us here in Dallas, man. You know, which over the years we've noticed that, you know, the homeless situation getting worse and worse. You know, and one of the things that we notice is they're getting younger and younger, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's a trip because just like this, you know, I think he said it was a lot of young women, you know, just like this female you see on the screen, you know, in a sleeping bag, man, you know, which these women, hey, bro, you know, mentality, attitude, you know, all these things matter, man. And these women in Babylon don't have the right mentality. They don't have the right attitude, man. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord is going to touch them. You know, he's touching them because you got a lot of women that's sleeping in their trucks, you know what I'm saying, in their cars. You know, a lot of them try to act like they doing it, you know, personal choice, you know, and like they enjoying this crap. But come on, man, taking whole baths and you know, come on, man. No, bro. It's not what that is. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord is setting this thing up beautifully, man, you know. And it just reminded me of a situation that happened Friday after camp, you know, where, you know, once we ended camp, we all walk over to the cars and we'll congregate for a few minutes before we leave over by where we park, you know. And it just so happens we were having a conversation about women. As a matter of fact, it was myself, Elder Yashawamba, the Elder Arianaza, and there was another brother that I think one of the brothers that's on the other side. He's not actually in the camp. He's on the other side. But, you know, he was there as well. And I can't remember if any other brothers, but I remember those particular brothers being there, and we were all having a conversation, and we were conversating about women, you know, and it just so happens she started, you know, coming up, you know, and I think it might have been the Elder Arianaza said he wonders what she did to end up in that situation, you know what I'm saying? So because it's obvious that she had a man because she had a daughter, you know, by the time she got up what we could, you know, see her, you know, and she was a little young, pretty thing, man, you know, a little nice looking female, you know, and she had a beautiful daughter, man, because as a matter of fact, I remember looking at her and I was like, damn, she looked like my daughter, you know, and you know, but one of the things we noticed is she was young and she was pretty, you know. She had her daughter, and she was pulling this buggy, some type of little, I don't know, I can't remember if it was a little wagon or a little cart or whatever. It was something, and it had a laundry basket in it, and the baby was sitting in the laundry basket, you know, and she's pulling down the street. So, you know, we knew she was homeless. You know what I'm saying? You could tell she was hungry. She was homeless. So. And when I saw this lesson a day ago, you know, the other day, yesterday or the day before, when it was a day ago, I immediately thought about that situation because this is what's happening, man. The Lord is touching these women, and they becoming homeless, man. You know, which is setting up everything beautifully for Isaiah 4:1, man. Yeah, they're prime for it, man. You know, sleeping in trucks and cars, whole baths, and homeless, sleeping in sleeping bags. You know what I'm saying? And hey, bro, these things are happening. You know, this was an actual dream, but these things are happening, man. You know what I'm saying? And this thing is about to go to another level, soon. So again, the Lord is setting these things up beautifully for Isaiah 4:1. You know what I'm saying? So but these women, hey, bro, they deserve it, man. These Babylonian women deserve it, man. They getting everything that they need, and there's more coming. The Lord is just getting started, man. So I just want to kind of share that little situation that happened Friday after camp, because this reminded me of it. So I just thought I'd do a quick hit lesson, and of my own, and Lord willing, it's edifying. So, hey, but again, the Lord is hey, you women, man, it is what it is, but you gonna learn, man. Most of them gonna have to learn the hard way, but it is what it is, bro. So real quick, this is Isaiah chapter 32. Got to be. Boy, look at Satan. Never fails. This is Isaiah chapter 32. And we're going to jump down to verse 9. And it reads, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease." And these women are at ease here, man, in Babylon, man, because their daddy, the devil, the wicked, the so-called self-proclaimed white man, has set them up in this society, man. This is a queendom, not a kingdom. Everything is all about the women here, man. So the Lord is saying, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice. Ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech." It says, verse 10, "Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women." And you notice he keeps calling them careless. You know what I'm saying? Because here in Babylon the Great, they have no cares. They don't have to worry about anything. These devils have set them up, man, with low income housing and all these little dainties and goodies that he's given them. Well, the Lord is going to tell you what's going to come to that, what that's going to come to. So many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. So all them things about to go away, all little dainties and goodies, all these things that Esau has given you, all that, the low income housing, the SNAP benefits, and all these little dainties and goodies that this nigga has been giving them. It's about to go away. The vintage is going to fail, man. That gathering ain't going to come, man. Verse 11, it says, "Tremble, ye women that are at ease." And that's about to happen. The lights go out. We're going to see what's up, man. All you snide talking, buck up, you want to buck up to your man, and all that crap that these women do in this society, man, because they can call their daddy Esau and he'll come running, 911 or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because she tripping all in his face, That's what's happening, man. It says, "Tremble, tremble, ye women that are at ease." So trembling is about to come, man. "Be troubled, ye careless ones." See, careless. The third time Lord said careless, man. "Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins." So the Lord's about to strip you of everything. Check it. Verse 12, it says, "They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine." Because the Lord is about to bring a famine as well into the land, man. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, bro, the Lord is not playing with you females, man. And that's why you starting to see this rise in homelessness among the women, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord ain't playing games, man. As a matter of fact, let's get this one right here, because it goes right along with this, and it reminds me of this as well. It's 1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 6. It says, "But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth." And this kingdom has been very pleasurable for these women, man. They love to take trips and gad abroad, because this devil has given them the liberty to do so. You know what I'm saying? And plus all the little dainties, get married or not even married, have a baby with Jake, and then go put him on child support, and he have to pay all this child support. Hell, if they do get married, and she's going to divorce him and get all his money, alimony, and all this different crap that Esau has him set up for. You know what I'm saying? This is a pleasurable kingdom for these women. But we just read that the vintage is going to fail, man. You know what I'm saying? The gathering is not going to come, so all this crap is going away. But 1 Timothy 5 and 6, but she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. So, boom, dead woman walking, man. You know what I'm saying? All of them that's in the wrong mindset. You know what I'm saying? Walking around here, talking shit and the whole nine. Yeah, you dead while you live, while you liveth, man. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. The Lord is about to recompense, though. So all these things are about to come back, man. So it is what it is. So let's get this in real quick in Micah, because the Lord is going to tell you what it is, man. This is Micah 7 and verse 10, and it reads, "Then she that is mine enemy," the Lord sees you women as enemies, man. I'm not talking to the ones that's actually, that's been called into this thing. You're trying to do the right thing. You're being right by your man of the Lord, your husband. You're doing the right thing. This message is not for you. It's for all those outside of that. It says, Micah 7 and 10, "Then she that is mine enemy, the Lord sees you as enemies." 2/3 of the nation of Israel, primarily you women, because that 2/3 number is majority women, man, because women outnumber men. So yeah, it's a lot of women about to be deleted, man. "Then she that is mine," he sees you as enemies. "Then she that is mine enemy shall see it." So the Lord says you about to see it. Where's the promise of his coming? Where's your God? You know what I'm saying? That's the mentality, bro. So the Lord is about to show you what it is, man. It says, "Then she," Micah 7 and 10, "Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, Where is the Lord thy God?" There it is. Where your power at? Where is the promise of his coming? "Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets." And it begins with homelessness, sleeping in a damn sleeping bag, man. Not having no shelter, man. That's the beginning of it, man. You about to get stomped out by the Lord, man. So the Lord is dealing, man. But like I said in the very beginning, he's setting this thing up beautifully for Isaiah 4 and 1. So let's get that and we'll bring this lesson to a close. This is Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 1. And it reads, "And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach." So they're about to be put in under reproach, man. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, let's read this in the NLT real quick. Let me see. The NLT. To the right of the screen, this is Isaiah 4 and 1 in the NLT. It says, a promise of restoration. It says, "In that day, so few men will be left that 7 women will fight for each man, saying, Let us all marry you." Yeah, they're going to want to take on the name of the man of these, the men of the Lord in the coming times, man. Because the scriptures tell you in Isaiah the 13th chapter that the Lord has said he's going to make a man more precious than fine gold and the golden wedge of Ophir, which that Ophir is hard to come across, man. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, and these men going to be hard to come across, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, these are the times we're coming into. We're there, really, but it's going to get worse. And these things are really going to start popping off. So Isaiah 4 and 1 in the NLT, it says, "In that day, so few men will be left," because the Lord is about to take out these 2/3, man. He's about to start taking these men out, man. They're not going to make it. So that's going to make the elect more precious, Isaiah 13 and 12, man. More precious than fine gold. The golden wedge of Ophir, man. It says that 7 women will fight. They'll be really willing to fight, man. For each man, saying, let us all marry you. They're going to want to carry that name, man. Your last name. We will provide our own food and clothing. Only let us take your name so we won't be mocked as old maids, you know. But that reproach, man, you know, is what's coming, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the Lord is setting this thing up beautifully, man. And like I said, this lesson reminded me of that situation that happened Friday after camp with that little young chick, you know, and just like this chick in the sleeping bag here on the screen, young, you know, little young chick, nice looking, you know, it was the same situation. You know, she was nice looking, she was young, she had a baby girl, and she was pulling her in a wagon or some type of cart in something with a basket in it, you know, the laundry basket. And she was sitting in the laundry basket, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, pulling her down the street, you know, out of there, you know, because the Lord is not happy with these women, you women, man, you Babylonians. So, yeah, these are the things that are coming. So, buckle up and prepare, you know. Not going to be able to stop it. None you can do. So with that, hopefully this was edifying to the hopeful elect, giving all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Waharakah Kwadash, double honors to the apostles, the elder bishops, and the elders of the great millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect, the house of David, the Bayath, Shal Dawadah, Shalom.